Now we will learn how to launch the Excel application. First of all, make sure that you have Microsoft Office installed on your PC or your laptop. If the Office application is not installed, then you won't be able to open the Excel application. So once you log in, you will have this screen on your PC or your laptop. Just have to click on the start button here. So the start menu will show like this. Here you will have all the applications in alphabetical order. So you can scroll, go in the section E where you will have the Excel application. This is one way of accessing the Excel application. Now, if you don't find it here, you can just type Excel in the search box here, and the startup menu will show up the Excel app here. Now, if you are using Excel frequently, I will recommend that you pin it to the taskbar. So then it will appear here on the taskbar. This part is a taskbar where you can put the shortcut of all your applications. Right? You can launch it directly from here. So to put it on the taskbar, you just have to right click and then set it pin to start. Or you can pin it to the taskbar. Mine, it's already pinned, that's why it is indicating unpin from taskbar. So I'm not going to use this link to open the Excel. I'm going to show you from the taskbar. So here, okay, I just close this one. Okay, so you just click on this and it will launch the Excel application. Okay, so once it is launched, we will get the Excel interface like this, where you can create a blank workbook, or you can select from the list of Excel templates that Microsoft makes available to you. So here you can see you have the Excel templates for various sectors. Okay, you can go on the internet and search the other templates. If you're not familiar with Excel, then you will be having difficulty to use those templates. Don't worry, during this course, I will teach you all the basics and advanced features so that you can create or modify the existing templates to suit your needs. So let's start from a blank workbook. So once you create a blank workbook, your screen will look like this. Okay, so you need to know the different sections of Excel. So to ease understanding of the Excel interface, I have created this PowerPoint slide so that it will be easier for you to know the different sections instead of just looking at all the whole interface, and you may be a bit lost if you're not able to follow along with it. So the first part is the ribbon. Okay, this is where we will have all the menus. The second part will be the quick access toolbar. Then the formula bar, the worksheet columns. On the left, we will be having the row numbers, all the rows. On the right, we will have the scroll bar where you can scroll up and down if you have a very large document. Then we will have the sheet tabs where you can access different sheets of your workbook. And then you will have the status bar. So just let's have a look at how it looks like. The ribbon consists of this bar. We'll have file, all the menus, file, home, insert, page layout. We will be having different shortcuts and functions attached to each tab. Okay. The next one is the quick access toolbar. Here you can insert the regularly used command buttons. So you don't need to search on the ribbon all the commonly used commands. You can attach it here and it will be readily accessible to you. Next, we will have the formula bar. Now this one, you should always make sure that it is visible to you. This is where you will know in which cell you are and what function, in case you have put any formula in a cell, then you can read the data or the formula here. Next will be the worksheet columns. So in Excel, you have several columns made available to you in a sheet. Then you will have the rows. Here you have in Office 365, you will have up to 1 million rows. It's very rare that you are going to use all the rows, but it is the volume that is made available to you. Then you will have the scroll bar. You can scroll up and down if you have a large document you are working on. Then you have the sheet tabs. Here it will display the different sheets that you can create and use. Next, you will have the status bar. This is where you will be getting different information as and when you are working. If you are selecting a range of cells, it can display the sum, the average, minimum, max, and everything here. Okay, and the main part is the cell areas. Now that we have looked at the different areas, let us deep dive a bit on the different menus that you have. So this is the home tab. You can call it as a menu or a tab. So here in the home tab, you will have the clipboard, the font, alignment, number formatting, conditional formatting, different styles. You have the cell, you can insert, you can format. Here you can sort and filter, find and select, and analyze data. The second tab, the insert tab. Here you can insert pivot tables, you can insert shapes. You have various shapes available to you to insert into your workbook. If you are creating a flow chart, you can create it in Excel. In fact, I have one template made available to you how to use Excel to create flowchart. You have different add-ins that you can add to your workbook so that you can further enhance the capabilities of Excel. You can insert charts, 3D map, slicer, timeline. You can insert link to navigate between different sheets. You can insert comment in case you have some comments to put. Let's say you have put a formula and then you want to explain and put some emphasis, then you can put that. You can insert text, like what our signature line. You can insert symbols if you are working with mathematical formulas. Then you will have the page layout. Here you have a lot of features to set up the page that you are going to print. Next one, you will have the formulas. Here you will have a lot of formulas. I don't think someone has already used all those formulas. Normally it has been set for different categories of people. So we will deep dive into each of those in the coming sessions, and we'll cover most of them, not all. It's not easy to complete all these, but we will cover the major ones. Then you can define names of the cells, which is very easy when you are creating complex formulas. Then we will cover how to trace the dependence and precedence when you are using formulas and you have a complex worksheet with lots of formulas and dependencies on certain cells. In case you want to modify those templates, then you should know the dependence or the precedence so that you don't mess up with your template. Okay. Next, we will have the data section, and from here you can pull data from different sources. Right? We will cover this when we are working in the videos. You can create connections, you can connect to those databases, and you just refresh and it will pull the data based on the queries you have written. But one thing to remember here is you should be able to have the access right. Sometimes you need the password, or your IT department will have to give you those access so that you can connect with the database and pull that information based on the queries. Right? Then you have the possibility, if you are creating a list, you can sort it in alphabetical order, ascending or descending. You can also filter. This is a very good feature, the advanced filter. It's not known to a lot of people. It's a very powerful tool in Excel. Then in this section, this is the data tool. Normally in this part, there are features and commands made available to the users so that you can clean up your data. If you're pulling data from a text file or from a legacy system, then you can transform the data so that it will fit in your list that you have created. From there, this is another section where you can group and ungroup or put automatic subtotals in the list of data. Review section, you can set the spelling, you can put smart lookup, you can insert comments, but this one you can also put it in the shortcut ribbon. You can protect your sheet, protect the workbook, and you can also set which cell you allow other people to edit or not. Let's say you are working on a network and several people, you have to share your workbook with several people. Then you can set it which cells you want others to edit, and some cells you want it to be protected, especially when you are using formulas. Then we will look at the view menu, where you can view the sheet in this is the normal view. Currently we are on the normal view. Tapping something here, just show you one brief of the page break preview. So if you click on the page break preview, then if you have a very large document, this page break preview will help you to easily set the page width. So you will know from which column and which row to print, and it will also display the page numbers. Let's say you have 200 pages to print and you don't want your data to overlap, then this is a very good feature to use on large documents. Okay, so let us just switch to the normal view. Right, then you will be having the showing the grid lines. You can remove the grid lines, so it will appear like this. If you have designed your form using borders and shapes and you don't want the whole thing, the grid line, to show up, then you can use this feature. You can put it visible or it can be hidden. Then you have this formula bar. So this one, let's take a few minutes to see the importance of the formula bar. Okay, normally by default it will appear on screen here, but in case accidentally you have unchecked this button, it will disappear. Right now it will be difficult for you to know which formula you have typed in here. So in case accidentally you have hide this formula bar, then you can just come to the view tab, go to the formula bar and just you check it, the formula bar will appear. So the purpose of this one is to set the different formulas. Click on FX, and from here you have all the categories and all the formulas easily made available to you. Okay, let's cancel this one. Then you will have the developer tab. Normally by default the developer tab will not appear on your screen. So this is the part where a lot of people don't know the power of Excel. This is where you can write code and automate tasks, things in your document. You can also create user form. we will cover all those in details. In fact, I have already put some user form and Excel templates which you can watch on my YouTube channel, and from there you will have an idea of Excel. So as I have said, this is not known to a lot of Excel users, and in itself, it's a different course in itself. The first two level we will cover from the basics to advanced level formulas, the different techniques to work on huge list, and from there, once you have mastered the basics and the advanced level, then I will recommend you to move to the programming part in Excel. Okay, and then we will have the help. So from here you can join the community, and this is where I recommend people to buy the original version, from where you can join the community and ask any questions you want. So this PDF element, you won't be having it in your Excel. So this is an add-in that I have bought and installed on my PC, and that's why it is linked to my Excel application. So I can use the features of PDF element within Excel. So once you've covered all those videos, you will feel much at ease to work in Excel. And believe me, this is a very, very powerful tool. Once you get a grip of this, you can do pretty much everything that you need in your office. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.